First, the top news headlines. MBA program inducted at Manipur Technical University. Vice Chancellor tells students to widen horizons to secure jobs abroad. Padma Shri awardee footballer Oinam Bembem felicitated, appeals to government for suitable promotion. MPCC launches new platform to redress people's grievances, Sarkar Taribra as alternative to CM Dahaisi. Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the Mami TV English News Bulletin. I'm RIAMEI. Vice Chancellor of Manipur Technical University, MTU, Dr. Babysanas Death has asserted that the students must broaden their horizons and strive to secure suitable jobs abroad rather than just relying on jobs in the state and India. The Vice Chancellor was speaking at the 4-day induction program of students of MBA 2021-2022 batch at the university today. Teaching and non-teaching staffs of the varsity also took part in the inaugural event. Speaking further, Dr. Babysanas exhorted the students to strive to be able to compete at international level with students of developed countries. Besides, the students must work on expanding their knowledge and improve their thinking capacity to be able to be among the intellectuals in India, he added, stating that it is believed that the National Education Policy, NEP 2020, will usher in sweeping changes to the education policy of the country. He urged the MBA program students to grasp the opportunity to develop their creative potential rather than just focusing on the course curriculum.
The great Swami Vivekananda education is manifestation which is already in main. So we should treat the divinity in ourselves. Aduna miyoi kudimaksi loinaba potential level Aduna ngasigi chapter sing lairu mayam sing whenever you think down, then think what Swamiji said. The kind of miyoi bukudin just soul of the divine soul of the divine soul mayam sing chap money, sort of miracle chap money. Adu manifest of talk with the me amana kaya manifest tauraki have adugi matungna magi quality magi excellence adu mayam bilakan.
Padma Shri awardee Oinam Bembem has drawn the attention of the state government to give her promotion to a suitable rank according to her status and achievement. She said this during a reception program held at RIAMEI Ima Shanglen at Pishum Oinam Lekai, organized by Team Nishikan Singh Sapam Pishum Oinam Lekai. BJP's aspiring candidate of Keshamthong Assembly constituency, Sapam Nishikan, attended the reception program as the chief guest.
India 7 times captain but first Indian lady to play abroad. Mapanda India ki wang basanaba soccer player da kwaidi yan han base akhoi ki Padma Shri Oinam Bembem Devi ni Maldives 2014 da sana gimni si mina yam hojik pudi khang ba hore hai ri ana de kanam khang biram da sports se naturally akhoi talented ni akhoi se powerhouse ni sports ki aduna bu Indian government na hojik leiba Modi ji ki sarkar na National Sports University se India the one and only first one se akhoi Manipur da hang ni yengsi gold medal kyam phangbang amgane na akhoi Mirabai gumba akhoi janapi khara thokpa akhoi maitai gi di akhoi extremely talented akhoi gebo khitang discipline di khitang nai bam change adu gaktani adu edi discipline nai di akhoi gi echa ina no echanupi bembem gumba yam tholakhini echanupi bembem na India proud feel to honbada akhoi Manipur da nate she made India feel proud. Naturally akhoi di we are Manipuris, we feel very proud of her.
Speaking on the occasion, Bembem lamented that despite her 15 years career as a football player for India's women's national football team, she was given the post of a home guard. She took the post keeping in mind the strong will, humility and hard work of a player. She was later promoted to a rank of inspector after getting the award of AIFF Women Footballer of the Year in 2001. Hence, she drew the attention of the state government to promote her to a suitable post considering her achievements.
aina regular post am TPU have a tam tam home guard ta hana pi to a player oi ba ji ko sportsman spirit change na change up ko ma darkar lai ai hona gi have khalaga ai home guard ta join ta mi ne thaja de do ani ya represent of bang 2001 da ko gi fa player of the year pire ma tu dai na ai promotion gi dam ta government da am kan ha ai team ni backend laite ha wale te ha promotion su pi de Pida targa so koin high exceptional loina individual team da individual na captain oropa ai award phanga padari PU have se pida la kaduna hojikti namda ba yadraba ai gi award se mathang tawdana ai promotion phangdana inspector bukti phange targa so ai hojik ai ne laiba status ai gi achievement jinga ai suitable oide dakki padmasri award sine amu angona promotion bina ba haidana ai government ge site ta so haijari
Vice President of Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC KH Devrata has said people can complain through the MPCC's newly launched platform Sarkar Taribra if the government ignores the grievances of the people raised with CM Dahaisi. Addressing a press conference held at the Congress Bhavan on BT Road, Imphal, he said the party lauds the developmental schemes launched by the government like Go to Village, Go to Hills and CM Dahaisi. However, people are well aware whether the schemes are reaching the people or not. BJP tends to forget that the government is under the rule of law, asserting that Go to Village does not mean mere circulation of forms and handing over residence certificates to the people. He appealed to the people to voice their complaints to the MPCC through Sarkar Taribra by contacting the phone number 8696969211. Vice President of MPCC Devabrata assured to work on the complaints and to keep the identity of the complainant as anonymous to ensure their safety.
Go to village, Myang Binumit, go to Hills, Sarkana, Jumnagi form Karapiva, procedure Karatova, Aduga Kayumba, ration card Piva, residential certificate of Piva, Adu normally, Madu Makta, Hanagil established procedure to be Pate, Aduna, quite a party. Labor rule of law. Law na champaleba amne have the guide and look at the Congress party na Sarkar Chief Minister na tawru se Sarkar hai the constitution appeal to Sarkar ko constitution kungi matungi laiba Sarkar sina tari bra ai Sarkar na khangabra Chief Secretary khangabra my department jing khangabra department jing the hogi CM the high C high to phone tawlaga mi kya na tawre aduga phone tawgi matungi na kana adam pitha garte kari tawrega se ekoi khangi barandi ekoi being the principal opposition, a quite hot never mind the preserving interest.
Popular Front of India PFI Manipur State has launched a 15 days national health campaign yesterday under the theme Healthy People, Healthy Nation. The campaign commenced after President of the Front MB Abdullah Hussaini flagged off a marathon race from Lilong Lamkhai Masjid Road. The marathon race culminated at Lilong Public Ground, Karampat, where a launch program of the campaign was held. Speaking on the occasion, Abdullah said the campaign was organized to promote healthy lifestyle among the people of the country. To achieve overall development, he highlighted the need for a healthy lifestyle for the future generation by staying away from drugs. As part of the campaign, health awareness program, yoga, martial arts were demonstrated. Later, awareness programs on drugs, sports, pandemic were held. The National Investigation Agency NIA to investigate the ambush on Assam Rifles convoy carried out by PLA and MNPF on Saturday at Seken village in Churachandpur district near Myanmar. According to a report by a national TV news channel, NIA will take over the case after the final report of the ambush is submitted. The ambush claimed lives of 7 persons, including the CEO of 46 Assam Rifles of Khuga Battalion, Colonel Biplav Tripathi and his family, along with 4 personnel. National President of BJP Mahila Morcha Banathi Srinivasan, who arrived at Imphal on a 3-day visit, has interacted with renowned women sportspersons and leaders of women civil society organizations of the state. Discussion on various topics was also held during a meeting at the Hotel Classic located at North AOC today. During the meeting, women vendors selling tea and fast food items at 3 Imam markets raised the issue of non-issuance of license by Imphal Municipal Corporation and also submitted a memorandum to Vanitha Srinivasan. Besides, the national president of BJP Mahila Morcha was urged to increase the amount of widow pension scheme and also to provide seat reservation for widows in recruitment of government jobs. Responding to the pleas of the women, Vanitha Srinivasan stated that BJP Mahila Morcha does not take the issues of women lightly. She said that the issues raised by the women will be raised with Chief Minister N.B. Rain at a meeting scheduled for this evening, and efforts will be made to address the same.
Is making the government is so transparent and honest and a good government. So like the same way, here, Manipur state government led by Bharatiya Janata Party is taking up various developmental activities and healthcare and about the education of the younger generation.
President of Sinai Loop, Ima Ibetho, and renowned athlete Oinam Bembem, in charge of BJP Mahila Morcha Manipur Pradesh, Sumitra Lalu, and President of BJP Mahila Morcha El Lotika Leima were among those present during the meet. Soon after her arrival at Imphal yesterday, Vanitha Srinivasan also held a meeting with office bearers of BJP Mahila Morcha Manipur Pradesh and presidents and general secretaries of different mandals at Thambal Sanglan located at Nityaipa Chutheg.
Normally the Manipuri women, before 5 years, they used to sit in agitation. They used to fight all those agitations. But now the situation is being changed. Once the ban, blockades and disturbances for our normal peaceful life was there, now slowly Manipur state along with the northeast states now going in a different direction of a developmental path.
The High Court of Manipur has issued a notice to the government of Manipur to file its reply regarding the non-implementation of the Supreme Court's direction to provide ex gratia of Rs 50,000 to family members of a person who succumbed to the COVID-19. Director of Human Rights Law Network Rakesh Mahobam in a release said that a bench of the High Court of Manipur comprising Chief Justice P.V. Sanjay and Justice Muralidharan issued the notice to the state government after hearing a public interest litigation filed before the court regarding the same by Kaisham Pradeep Kumar through his counsel. The PIL sought the direction of the High Court to the state government to pay ex gratia assistance to the next of kin of the deceased who died due to COVID-19 in accordance with the guidelines issued by the National Disaster Management Authority. It may be mentioned that the Supreme Court of India had issued 11 directions to all states including Manipur to disburse the ex gratia assistance on October 4, 2021. Following the Supreme Court directive, the petitioner submitted a representation on October 22 to the authorities concerned for implementation of the directive. However, no action has been taken so far. A joint team of Narcotics and Affairs of Bodh and NAPT and Thoubal District Police apprehended an individual with 625 grams of heroin on November 15. As per police reports, the arrested person has been identified as Thangchin Lian Ya 36 of Paisam Vang More. A team led by officer in charge of NAPT Police arrested the person during a check at Waitho. The team recovered 50 soap cases containing heroin powder from a bolero with registration number AS12M6578. The drugs were brought from Myanmar and supposed to be delivered to a person at Thoubal. Chief Judicial Magistrate of Imphal West has rejected the final reports submitted by CBI in the case of Babysanas Death. The magistrate also directed fresh investigation in the case and DNA profiling. It is worth mentioning that Babysana, a student of class 7 of Thangmaiban, was found dead by hanging inside her hostel room at the Standard Robert Higher Secondary School, Kanchipur, under mysterious circumstances. Laishram Angam Chan has been appointed as the chairman of Manipur Public Service Commission MPSC. Chief Secretary of Manipur, Dr. Rajesh Kumar, has issued an official order about the appointment. The former Deputy Controller and Auditor General Angam Chan will take charge as the chairman of MPSC for a term of 6 years from his joining or till he attain the age of 62. Minister of Forests, Environment and Climate Change and MLA of Tamai, Awangbo Nyumai, paid a visit to Kaimai village in Tamenglong district today. The minister was accompanied by ex-member of ADC Tamenglong, Hatlain Dongal, during the visit. A program was held on the occasion of his visit wherein village chiefs and leaders of several organizations took part and raised their grievances to the minister. Speaking on the occasion, Minister Awangbo assured the attendees that Phaitol and Oinamlong segment SDC circle will be created shortly. The minister also informed that the construction of motorable road from Kaimai village to Thingchamphai will be completed before the end of this year and that a motorable road will also be constructed for Maukot village. Minister Awangbo Nyumai also extended financial aid to several church leaders, youths and organizations on the occasion. Now we have a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
LX Sublimation. Pauna Bazaar, Imphal, JMG Shopping Complex, first floor. Mafam asida mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame, sublimation ki pot khuding mug wholesale da pangbigani. Items available are mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame. All the mentioned items will be available at wholesale rate in LX Sublimation.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the inaugural session of 82nd All India Presiding Officers Conference today via video conferencing. Speaker Lok Sabha, Chief Minister Himachal Pradesh and Deputy Chairman Rajya Sabha were also present on the occasion. Addressing the gathering, Prime Minister said that democracy is not just a system for India, but ingrained in our nature and part of life in India. He stressed that people have to take the country to newer heights, achieve extraordinary goals in the years to come. These resolutions will be fulfilled only by Sabka Prayas. He also cited the fight against corona pandemic as a great example of Sabka Prayas. Prime Minister insisted that the traditions and systems of the houses of our legislatures should be inherently Indian. He called for policies and laws of the government to strengthen the Indian emotion of Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat. He proposed whether separate time for quality debates could be demarcated and stressed that the next 25 years are very important for India. In this, he urged the parliamentarians to realize only one mantra, that is duty. India recorded 10,197 new COVID-19 cases with 301 deaths in the last 24 hours, 15% higher than the previous day. The active COVID case load stood at 1.28 lakh, the lowest in 527 days. The daily positivity rate is 0.82%, less than 2% for the last 44 days, while the weekly positivity rate is 0.96%, which is less than 2% for last 54 days. At least 12,134 people recovered from the infection in a day that took the total recoveries to 3.38 crore. With this, recovery rate currently stood at 98.28. So far, 113.68 crore vaccine doses have been administered under nationwide vaccination drive. The Mizoram government is making utmost efforts to implement a pension scheme for journalists in the state, a minister said. Addressing the National Press Day organized by Mizoram Journalists Association, MJA, in Aizawl, State Information and Public Relations Minister Lalrut Khima said that the government is giving priority to the welfare of scribes as they are the pillar of democracy. Efforts are being made to provide pensions to journalists. This pension scheme is under study by a study group constituted specially for the purpose, he said. The minister also expressed regret for the delay in measures to set up a press conclave for MJA members due to COVID-19. Highlighting the importance of scribes, the Mizo National Front MNF minister said that they are the sources of information and urged them to remember that they are ears of the public. Before we end the bulletin, let's look at the top news headlines once again. MBA program inducted at Manipur Technical University. Vice Chancellor tells students to widen horizons to secure jobs abroad. Padma Shri awardee footballer Oinam Bembem felicitated, appeals to government for suitable promotion. MPCC launches new platform to redress people's grievances, Sarkar Taribra as alternative to CM the High C. With that, it's a wrap for this evening news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.